This week on the No More Late Fees podcast, we are joined by our good friend, Andrew McDonald. Welcome, Andrew.
Hey, glad you can finally have me on.
Yes, it has been a long time coming, and
I've been trying for so long.
after this movie, you may not be invited back.
I had to make it an epic one. Epically bad, epically good. I don't know.
And just
Epically something.
it's something. Just to give some background, Andrew and I have been friends, gosh,
12
more.
years?
Yeah, like 2 decades? No, more
No,
than
not 2 decades.
not 2.
Maybe
I'm not
12
good
years.
with not good with the math.
I feel like 12 years.
It feels like forever, friend. It really does.
It does.
And we met in an interesting way. So I used to live in New York, and I was working at a job that I did not find to satisfy my creative needs. So I saw an ad for an internship at a comic book company. I don't know what made me feel like that was something that I was going to be good at or anything. So, anywho, I interviewed. They said, sure, why not? They were great. It was a great experience. And I got to meet a lifelong friend through it and essentially business partner. Like Andrew and I have done so many different projects together. I had a blog in New York. It would not have been as successful without Andrew's help. So
I'm not sure that's true.
it's partially true. You help me a lot. You still do. Like, I have random questions, and Andrew's my go-to person. So,
Yeah.
and funny enough, we just had so much stuff in common. Like, Andrew used to work at Blockbuster.
I did. I'm trying to think how long. It might have been maybe only about 2 years, I feel like. I bounced between 3 stores.
We love to argue about New Jersey versus New York.
I mean, because New Jersey's better, but that's fair.
And I have to think,
Jackie, you gotta come visit. You gotta come visit.
And I have to thank Andrew for my love of K-dramas, essentially, because he was the first one to introduce me. Back in our day, we didn't have all these wonderful sites that had like constant K-dramas. If you don't know what a K-drama is, it's a Korean drama.
Where have you been? They're everywhere now. If you don't know
Yeah.
what a K-drama is, I
There
don't
was
understand.
no Crunchyroll.
There was nothing. Like,
There was no drama fever.
nothing.
Which is gone now.
Well, RIP drama fever. And like, Andrew would be my hookup. Like, he'd have them burnt on DVDs or something. Yeah.
Legal
Boys-
DVDs.
Legal. They were legal. Legal.
Allegedly, he had DVDs.
He had
Allegedly.
DVDs. And I think, what was the first one that was it Boys Over Flowers? I think that's what
Boys
it
Over
was.
Flowers. That was the big one. Yeah.
But I'll let you speak to everything because I'm talking too much.
No, I mean that's you probably have a better memory than me. I mean,
that's sad if you've listened to the show.
well, I've been blessed with the best worst thing in the world, which is 2 very energetic daughters, which I wasn't sure I was going to get to sleep in time for this. So this is why it's months in the making. If not, I've been having to sit there and hear you guys extol the wonders and grace of Sam, who I've introduced to the group, and I've been jealous the whole time.
13 Ghosts is still one of my favorite episodes we've ever done.
Yeah,
well, see, Andrew, he could have been here for this because he loves this movie just as much as I do. So
he could have been here for this. You specifically said no.
I did specifically say no. I just want to make that clear. He could have been here for this. I specifically said I don't want to share the spotlight with him tonight. No, I want to be the one.
But I feel
maybe it would change your opinion on him. I would have let him come.
But I feel like if you really wanted to make sure and secure that you were coming back up the show, you would have picked a different movie.
I wouldn't have picked this movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I missed out on Spice World. I would have loved Spice World.
We haven't done Spice World yet.
Spice World. We could have been watching
Spice World if you're not so angry.
We could have watched Spice World instead of this movie.
And they're probably about the same length.
But not the same quality. You know what? We're not going to talk about the movie. By the way... Oh, go ahead.
I will say, I don't know how you got hired by New Gen. I got hired in a roundabout way. I had a friend who was working a physical therapist, and he was doing physical therapy to one of them, And then they started to tell him about what they were doing as a business. And he was like, "Oh, I got a friend. Yeah, he still wins comic books. You should talk to him." And that's how I ended up there.
And New Gen, by the way, is the name of the comic book company that we
Mhm.
worked at. Shout out to Chris and JD. Wonderful.
And Julia.
guys. And Julia. Wonderful people.
I think he was working on her. That's how I got invited in.
We had a great time. Like, we planned a lot of events and stuff like that. We got to go to New York Comic-Con a few times. We got to meet Mark Hamill because of it. It was great.
I got to meet the Green Ranger's sword. There was a guy, Tony Oliver, I can't remember. It's Tony Oliver, I believe.
Oliver.
The White Ranger's sword, I'm sorry, because he had the talking sword when he was the White Ranger, and he did
Right.
the voice for the White Ranger's sword. So there you go, Tony Oliver. Let's meet him. He was a friend of theirs, and he came out.
Yeah, so we got a lot of really good experiences with that, and it really helped us learn how, like, I think that experience helped us with content creation. I mean, and this was before like that was even a thing. Like when I was blogging and we talk about influencers and stuff like that, we got invited to a lot of different things before that was even thought of like something that you could do as a living. I know. We had so many opportunities and we were just figuring it out.
I was doing a podcast for them back then, talking to like industry artists and writers and stuff, and like all that stuff is gone now. I think they took it down. I wish I could have kept more of it.
You got to interview Stan Lee.
That
was separate, but
but it was dumb luck. It helped. It probably didn't hurt, but it helped.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to interview Stan Lee because he sold a cologne one year at Comic-Con, Jackie. And I made fun of it. I was talking to the guy who made the cologne, and I said to him, one of my first lines was, "Hey, I walked by, I saw Stanley the cologne, I smelled it, and amazingly, it didn't smell like old man. What's going on?" And lo and behold, when I was done with the interview, one of Stanley's handlers comes up to me and goes, "You should come talk to Stan. He's going to be at this autograph signing tomorrow." I'm like, "I'm going to be there, sure."
Yeah.
When
Stanley's handlers give you
they give me the end. I'm taking the end.
Yeah.
So I got to cross that off my bucket list. Short, brief, 4-minute conversation with comic book grandpa. So I tell people all the time, I had a third grandpa. It was Stanley. I chatted with him, and it was great.
That's amazing. Did you tell him you were disappointed in the cologne?
No, I did not. I told him it smelled amazing, and it's on YouTube, and you can see the whole thing. And I took that, and I was like, I didn't even get an autograph from him. I was like, this is good enough. I have a video proof that I talked to Stanley. I'm going to live with that forever. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, if it's your top 5 things that are the best things ever,
it was a bucket list item.
100%. So, do you have any fun stories from your Blockbuster days? How did you end up working at a Blockbuster? Let's start there.
Okay, so my best friend through middle school and high school
Rosie
was a girl named Rose, and she worked at a Blockbuster in our town, and I think her sister also worked there too. And I was looking for, just a way to make extra hours, between the hours of 6 and 9 and on weekends. So I was like, well, I can work between 6 and 9 or 6 to midnight. That's fine. So I started working there. I think our store eventually closed, so we moved to a bigger one, which was in the next town over in Linden. Worked there for a few years, and then eventually shifted to another one that was nearby, probably before the whole Blockbuster thing imploded. And then, wasn't too bad. So I enjoyed it. I do believe I probably rented videos to my now wife because she used to frequent the Blockbuster I worked at, the first one, and go there during the time period. So we can't prove it, but I'm like, you guys, she was like, oh, we used to go there every weekend on Fridays and get good stuff. I'm like, okay, you and your sister, I probably rented you guys videos at some point in time. And then never knew it. And the only big memory that's standing out to me now from Blockbuster is the night I had to wait for a tow truck for 3 hours at midnight because we closed up the store and the manager at the time was in there tapping and counting up stuff and doing all that stuff. And the store was a cavern, so they did not hear me outside trying to get back in. So I'm just sitting outside waiting for the tow truck to come jump my car.
Oh, no.
Yeah, thankfully it was summer, but it was like, this is the most bored I've ever been, and I can see you in there working. Listen to me. But it was fun. I did enjoy it. It was fun, and lots of free movies and games to get. So wasn't the worst job.
Did you use your rentals more for movies or for the games?
I may or may not have used my 5 free rentals a week to take out movies I was interested in, duplicating and keeping for myself at the time. So that may
Jesus.
have been a thing I did or not did.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
One of the things we do argue about a lot, and this has been since we've met, is New Jersey versus New York. Now, I will give credit to Andrew for making me appreciate New Jersey diners.
There you go. We have the most in the world.
Their quality, 100%. And I will say that the Korean food in New Jersey, legit.
Did I ever take you for sushi here? I'm trying to remember if I did.
You know, I don't like sushi that much.
Okay, well then that's fair.
Yeah, it's probably
Jackie,
why not.
you sushi?
I love sushi.
Okay, so
As long as
I'm
you
just gonna
take
tell you.
me to Red Bank so I can go to Jam and Bob's Secret
Okay,
Stash.
we can go there. We can go
And
there.
the Sky
Asbury Park's
Castle.
right next door. We can get some good food, walk along the boardwalk, do some stuff. Look, if you're coming to New York, it's only a 30-minute drive. You might even be landing in Newark, so it's even closer. Let me take
I
you.
will never
I
be
can
landed
show
in
you
New
the world.
I was in New Jersey one time. No, twice.
Yeah.
My dad lived in Morristown for
Okay.
a little while.
Yeah.
And so I spent one Thanksgiving there, and then immediately was like, can we go into the city and do something better than sitting around Morristown, New Jersey?
Okay, to be
And
fair,
then-
there's not much to do there, so yeah, that's fair.
No.
That's
And
fair.
sister and mother-in-law are also into the K-dramas. And so we went to K-Con. Well, I did not go. They went to K-Con in 2015 in New Jersey.
Yeah,
I went into the city and watched
It's every
shows.
year. It's a big thing now in Newark.
Yep.
They do KCON. I've missed quite a few pop stars that I would have liked to have seen, and I didn't realize they were there.
See,
But
I never got into K-pop in that way, except for my slight obsession with Blackpink. Blackpink in your area. That's it.
I think my favorites are Mamamoo and BT. Well, not BTS. Mamamoo and Twice, but BTS is up there. Yeah.
I do hear a lot about this Twice. I do.
Yeah.
I got
Twice they were just on Jimmy Fallon, I think, the other night, actually.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
And
But I'd say watch Mamamoo. You'd like them, I think.
The newest group is New Jeans.
I've heard of them. I haven't watched them yet.
I think we saw one of their videos when, and I could be wrong, we went to a Korean corn dog place. What is it called? K-Dogs.
Okay, dog.
Okay, dog. In Austin. Delicious. I think I told you about this though, but it was worth it.
My wife used to tell me the legend of K-Dogs that she had as a child when she was here. She's like, I used to get these corn dogs and I'd get ketchup on them and they'd be so good and sweet and all this and that. And then finally they started appearing here in Jersey, like some of these restaurants, and she's like, I can get them.
By the way, Andrew's wife is actually Korean, so she gives us the scoop on everything that we obsess about. So
yeah. I think I know more than her at this point. She's like, how are you listening to this? I'm like, well, do you know what they're saying? She's like, I don't know what they're saying. They talk too fast. I have a 10-year-old Korean knowledge. I got here when I was 10.
Well, I hope the girls speak Korean.
Oh, they're lazy. They're not doing too good so far.
Jeez.
Yeah. But no, back to the Jackie, if you're here, we're gonna go places. We're gonna go to St. James Held Up, we're gonna get a diner. Like Jersey is just like Texas. You gotta drive everywhere to get to where you're going. But if you're willing to drive, you get somewhere good.
I mean, but I bet your drive is not as far as when we have.
No, I mean, everything in Jersey is about an hour away, maybe, or give it or take. We don't have like great Texas style barbecue, but we have pretty good Portuguese or Brazilian barbecue. So that's what we have.
I do
lots
not
of
care for this is Ken hates it. He does. I don't care for most like Texas barbecue.
It's bold here in Texas.
Yeah. And like my favorite here in Austin is Salt Lick because they have a mustard-based sauce.
Interesting.
Versus a tomato-based sauce. But I'm there for the sides. If you have good sides, then I'm good. I'm not meat centric when it comes to barbecue.
Look, barbecue is the one thing the world shares. Everyone's got barbecue. So as long as we can get along, that's all.
But I mean, you take me to some Korean barbecue, I'll kill that.
We're good to go. We're good to go. We got that.
I'm craving steamed eggs like nobody's business. I don't know why Florida is fucking crazy and cannot provide me with steamed egg. Like, why is this so hard? I was so ecstatic because when we went to Korean barbecue in Austin, I got my steamed egg.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's just one of the side dishes that's supposed to come along with the meal.
Yeah.
Right. And I like in New York, I've never been, or even in New Jersey, I've never been to a Korean restaurant without steamed eggs. So I'm like, okay, let's do this. Now, I don't expect all of them to have potato salad because I know that's like not a real thing that you would actually, but like a lot of them do have it, and it is one of my favorite sides.
It's easy to make.
But no steamed egg, no egg dishes at all. Like, because there's other egg sides that's
a little weird.
And this was before the price of eggs going like. Sorry guys, I have like a grievance with the fact that I like crave it. I was talking to Jackie about, we were looking up recipes for, I have to like make it myself at this point.
We just need to get you the little pot.
Yeah.
If you want the little pot, I'll go find you the pot at H Mart.
We have an H Mart here too.
Okay, there you go.
Well, one of y'all need to send
whichever is quicker and faster.
Well, I have a question for all of us. So obviously we are doing Kung Pao as our movie because Andrew wanted to torture us. Or actually, Andrew wanted to bring us a brand new audience because I tweeted today that we were watching Kung Pao for the first time, pray for us. And we got a lot of comments from male followers.
Yes.
Like quoting it and saying they love it. And so which is great because I think we do a variety of movies on this show, but so many people when they talk about our show, and no hate, they say that we're a rom-com podcast, and it could be that we have like a lot of pink in our our logo and stuff, but I think we do a good mix. It's not just rom-coms. So maybe this will be the thing that people realize, hey,
this could be the highest rated episode ever.
Well, I don't want to burst your bubble, so sure.
Well, we gotta wait and see.
Well,
although I will say, my research has shown in the past that one of every 4 guys hates Kung Pao, but 4 out of every 4 women also hate it. That has been my personal research that I've found.
I feel very valid.
Before we get into it, I do want to ask, did Ken watch it with you?
He did not. He's at a race this weekend.
I wanted to know what he would think.
I almost want to tell him, like, hey, you need to watch this.
And then just be in the background.
Yeah.
Add his thoughts in.
I just sit on the couch with AirPods in watching something decent while he watches it and just watch his reaction.
Here are some of the comments that we've gotten so far on tweeting.
Okay.
Turn my podcast on said, I'll definitely be tuning into this episode. This is an artistic and technological masterpiece. Yeah. Our good friend Anthony of the pod, he said, what do you get when you cross an owl on a bungee cord?
My ass.
And so I said, how did we know this was going to be one you've seen? And he's like, you know your audience. I'll be tuning into this one no matter what.
Well, we have 2 views, 2 solidified views so far.
Guaranteed. Somebody wrote, "Wheel."
That's stupid. Oh my gosh.
Our friend Cell Phone Wallet and Keys said, it's terrible and I love it. I think we could make a poster with quotes at this point.
Yeah.
Our very good friend Laura said, that movie is so bad, it's amazing.
I texted Jackie's brother today and said, Johnny, have you seen Kung Pao? He laughed at the image that I sent. And he said, yeah, it was a popular movie back in the day. And I was like, when? Who? Where? But I guess it's like something we missed.
And then Danielle text messaged me. Demon Knight ain't got nothing on this Kung Pao movie. I said, I'm about to start watching it. Was really holding off for as long as possible. And then she wrote back, girl, it's a mess.
I stand by that statement.
And then an hour later, while I was watching it, I said, Danielle, why she got Uniboo?
Jackie also called me.
Yeah. I did.
And said, I can't do this.
I got through the first line of the movie and I was like, I don't think I can make it. It's an hour and 20 minutes and I don't think I'll last that long.
I'm not gonna lie, I paused a lot, but because I was watching on Plex, I was like, I better not play around with this, because sometimes with Plex, if you leave it alone for too long, it will restart it.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I just gotta push through. I gotta keep watching it. Anywho. Fucking Andrew. So my everyone is clearly with this movie is like an homage to Kung Fu movies, right? Especially of like the 70s and whatnot. If you got a chance to have complete creative control over any piece of media, pretty much, which genre of TV or movie would you create?
I do like a National Treasure or like Veronica Mars. Ooh. I like puzzles and I like solving like crimes and putting the pieces together and figuring out who done it.
Gotcha. Nice.
That's cool.
Andrew?
I mean, I won't lie and say that I wish I could have made a movie like this myself. Similar way, like, take some green screen footage and like redub over something old, make it. Yeah, I don't know. I like Jackie's answer a lot. Make something, some sort of comedy or honestly some sort of K-drama or something like that. That seems like it'd be kind of fun to do.
I'm surprised you didn't say K-drama. Andrew actually like worked really hard and put a script together, got actors together, and did kind of like a version,
kind of like an Americanized version of
Boys Over Flowers.
Boys Over Flowers, yeah. Which at this point, I feel like other people have done. Because honestly, if you look at Netflix, you can find a couple things that look very similar to it from other countries now.
Very true.
There was one called Elite. That was like a
yeah.
Spanish one. Yeah, and that very close, I feel like. But yeah, we tried. Years ago. It was an anniversary just a month ago. We had it was like 11 years since we had done it. And I was posting up pictures and stuff as I remember. And all the actors we worked with are like really good now. They're doing really awesome things.
Well, I was very proud of you. It was great. Like, it's so hard to have an idea and to actually make it come alive. The results are just to be able to do something like that is a lot. So many people they think about things and they don't do it. And you always like jump into it and you're like, I'm going to do it. I always admire that about that. I admire that.
Better. Oh yeah.
Sometimes
I try. You go forward and you like really run the ball down the field though.
Well, I'm also single and I'm bored.
And she doesn't
that probably helps a little. That helps.
Yeah.
That helps. I'm trapped.
And
with 3 women.
I think it's maybe that hyper focus, that ADHD, like it's not everything, because if you look at stuff in my life or in my house, it's not getting done. But when I really focus on something, yeah, then I do it. For me, my genre would be rom-coms. I'm not even gonna play around. 100%. But I'm wondering if I would do like a rom-com or like a rom-com sitcom. I kind of like the idea of a rom-com sitcom because I like how on TV you can flesh out the characters more, and I like to see as much love in the couples as possible. Kind of hate where it's just like love hate for a while and then they finally kiss and that's the end. Like I like I've always been that kind of person, like what happens after they get together. And I feel like with TV shows you could see that more, and I do love that we're getting more rom-com TV shows lately. So Andrew, You get to pick 3 movies from 95 to 2005 for your employee picks. What are they going to be?
Oh God, I have to remember what happened in 95 to 2005.
Just name any movies. We'll tell you if it's not there or not.
The Matrix.
Okay.
Okay. One of the Batmans. But no, actually, no, all of them would have been terrible then. So never
No,
mind.
just the first Christopher Nolan Batman, and then the Batman Forever and Batman and Robin fit in.
Actually, you know what? I will pick Batman and Robin because it had Mr. Freeze, and it's so stupid, it's ridiculous. And I feel like I hated that movie, and yet still saw it 4 times in the theater. It was a very bored summer. And then probably like Spider-Man, like the first Tobey Maguire one. I feel like that falls because like 2001.
Very, very good choices.
Very on-type choices for me. Very superhero. Honestly, I couldn't think of anything, but that feels about right. Although, you know, if I want to pick something better, I'll say like, what's a good rom-com from that? I can't think of one. So Spice World, I'll go with that. I really enjoyed that because, you know,
what are we replacing with Spice World?
Batman and Robin, because that's really a terrible pick. Nobody cares.
I mean, hey, it's one we haven't heard yet.
It's my favorite of the 4.
All of them, yeah.
Well, then there you go. Okay.
Before we close out, I did want to know, when we said we were going to start a podcast, what did you think? Like, what was your first thoughts? Like, oh God.
No, definitely not. Oh God. It was going to be a success.
No, thanks.
Yeah, no,
so sweet.
No, yeah, no. And you know, like I didn't know Jackie, obviously, but I knew you. And I know typically when you have your head set on starting something, you're going to do it well. And then if you knew that like the person you wanted as your co-host for sure was Jackie, then it's like, okay, well, you definitely know she's going to deliver the goods too. So, like, I think I bugged you for a while, like, hey, help me with podcast stuff. And you didn't help me because, you know, like, my life is chaos, so I can't always keep up with things. But you knew enough that your life isn't as much chaos, so you could run the ball and do it. So, like, here you are, celebrating your 50th episode with the greatest movie ever.
I think you messed up a few lines there.
A little bit.
Okay.
It's fine.
Well,
subject to opinion.
Again, we appreciate your support so much. You've really helped us out. Like, if you guys watch our podcast on Spotify or on YouTube, the wonderful intro that we have is made by Andrew. He just made it for us, and it was great. We get a lot of compliments on it. Cool. Somebody messaged us the other day. Our good friend Dustin actually was like, hey, what program did you use to make this? I was like, I don't know.
I barely remember what I did to use it now.
So, you know, we always, any questions that we have, if you don't know, like off, you know, the cuss, you're like, okay, let me go look it up, and you figure it out. You always send us stuff. You're just amazing, Andrew. So we're really thankful for your friendship.
Yeah, thank you.
And you should tell everybody where they can find you, where they can follow you.
I mean, typically you can find me on Twitter. I think it's AG McDonald. So AGMCDONALD. Because we're not a McDonald, those are filthy farmers. We're like the burger and fries, McDonald. Typically there, and then that's probably the best place. Or at the Rapture Press Twitter.com, rapturepress.com.
Right.
Where you can find like other podcasts like this one, or Mike and Mike go to the movies, and you know, Sam's 4 minutes to save the show. Or 4 minutes to now.
Yeah, we have to do a better job at this. So Andrew has created kind of like a hub for a bunch of our podcasts to live. So you guys have heard Mike and Mike go to the movies on our podcast. They were just on our Daredevil episode, our Spider-Man episode. They have 2 podcasts that live in Rapture Press, and then our good friend Sam, who has been on for 13 Ghosts and The Mummy Returns. He has a podcast called 4 Minutes To, which he talks about everything comic books and kind of gives you a really quick rundown of what's new in the comic book world. And then you can also listen to some old episodes of Andrew's old podcast called The Review Zoo, which talks about movies, comic books, everything that you would nerd out about. So definitely check it out.
More recently, the one I did with Sam, which was Totally Original Week News Podcast, or Tognet, which we're technically trying to bring back as a daily show. We'll see. We did one episode this week where we're trying to do like one topic early in the morning, 9 o'clock a.m. What are we talking about? We talk about it and then we're done. We just end it and we just go. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Well, if it gets back up and running, we will definitely let everybody know. And as usual, you guys can hit us up at No More Late Fees on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and stay tuned for our Kung Pao episode with Andrew later this week.
And as always, be kind and rewind.